Everyone, welcome to week 3 of our beginner or all levels yoga series. We'll just get right into the practice, so come into your comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Rest your palms down onto your legs, close your eyes. We're just beginning with some breathing here. Just notice where your body is today. What does it feel like? Do you have any aches and pains anywhere? Are you carrying tension anywhere? And anywhere you feel that ache or tension, just try to bring your breath into those places. Release that tension with every exhale. Really bring your awareness to your breath. Really feel what it feels like to breathe in deeply. Have that inhale move through your body. Feel what it feels like to breathe out deeply. And have that exhale move through your body. Just pausing here, continuing with that focus on your breath, letting go of the tension that you're feeling today. Open your eyes back up. We'll just do some gentle movements here to wake up your body a little bit further. So roll your shoulders backwards a few times here, just loosening up the joints. And then switch directions, rolling your shoulders forward a few times. Moving into some neck stretches, so you're going to turn your head over your right shoulder. Just look over your right shoulder, pause here. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Turn your head back to center, switch sides. So look over your left shoulder this time. And again, drop your shoulders down. Return your head back to center. This time, dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall. Just feeling that nice stretch along the side of your neck. Rise your head back up. Switching sides, so drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Remembering to focus on your breath. Turning always back to that inhale and that exhale if you notice your mind wandering. Allow yourself to remain in the present moment. Rise your head back up and just gently kind of shaking your head no, just turning your head side to side. And then moving, looking down and up. Just very gently loosening up your neck. Return your head back to center. We're going to shift this time into child's pose. So you're going to bring your big toes together to touch. You're going to actually open your knees out wide toward the width of a yoga mat or to the outside of your hips. You're going to sit back down onto your heels and reach your hands forward as far forward as you can. Try to relax your chest and your forehead all the way down onto the ground. Options here, if you're feeling pretty tight, you can actually stay up on your knees a little bit more, coming into a sort of modified called puppy pose, a variation of downward dog. So you'll be up on your knees, press your palms forward, and just kind of reach your chest and armpits down to the ground. So whichever variation you want to take, that's perfectly fine. Pausing where you are, you're going to take 5 deep breaths here, nice and slow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last time, breath in and breath out. Rise up to a tabletop position. So wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Moving into the cat-cow that we've been doing the other 2 weeks. So inhale, come to cow pose, drop your belly, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, cat pose, press your palms down into the ground, round your back. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, cat pose, round your back, press your palms into the ground. One more time. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, cat pose, press your palms into the ground, rounded back, chin towards your chest. Release back to your tabletop position. You're going to tuck your toes underneath, coming into a modified plank, so just lift your knees slightly up off the ground. Wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Just pause here. Gently rock forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Come into a full high plank, so step your feet back. Deep breath in. Breath out, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Really send your weight into your legs. So you want more of your weight in your legs. Drive your heels down into the ground. Press your palms fully down into the ground. Roll your shoulders open and away from your ears. Pause here. Gaze between your legs. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Coming into a forward fold, so look forward towards your hands. Walk your feet forward, in between your hands. Feet together to touch. Bend your knees as much as you need to, so you can relax your belly all the way onto your thighs. Coming into ragdoll pose, so you're going to grab opposite elbows. Your biceps will frame your face. Relax your upper body down, fully drop your head. Gently shake your head no, releasing your neck. Keeping your awareness always on your breath. your knees deeper. Slowly roll up to standing. We're going to come into actually just a regular sun salutation A. We'll do a modified chaturanga though. So bring your hands together to touch at heart center. Deep breath in. Reach your arms out and up. Look up. Exhale. Swan dive forward to your forward fold. So long, straight spine. Bend your knees as much as you need to in this forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your belly off your thighs. Bring your palms to your shins. Long, straight spine. Exhale, high plank. Drop your hands to the ground. Step your feet back. Doing it a little bit slower. So one breath in here. Breath out. Modified chaturanga, unless you already have a full chaturanga in your practice. Drop down to your knees. You're going to slowly lower yourself all the way to the ground. Keep your elbows by your sides. Slowly lower. All the way down to your belly. Coming into a modified upward dog, so your palms stay down on the ground in line with your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet into the ground. And just gently lift your chest off the ground, looking up as high as you can without putting pressure into your palms. So you could theoretically lift your hands up off the ground and stay where you are. Try to keep your lower back nice and long. You don't want to crunch anything back there. One more breath in and breath out. We'll push through tabletop position and just press back right away into your downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet forward in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Lift your belly off your thighs. Exhale, fold forward. This time we're going to do a reverse swan dive up. So you're going to lengthen out your spine nice and long. Keep a flat back. Reach your arms out and up. Look up. Exhale, return your hands to heart center. We'll repeat that 2 more times, a little bit faster. Breath in, reach your arms out and up, look up. Breath out, forward fold, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine, palms to your shins. Exhale, right into your modified chaturanga. Hands to the ground, step your feet back. Drop your knees down, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift your chest up off the ground. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, press through your tabletop position. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, forward fold, step your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise back up to standing, reverse swan dive, long flat back, reach up. Exhale, return your hands to heart center. One more time through. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive forward, long, straight spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, modified chaturanga, palms to the ground. Stepping back, drop your knees down. Elbows by your sides as you lower down. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, return back to the ground. Inhale, press through tabletop position into your high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, step your feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up, back to standing. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into a chair pose. So inhale, sweep your arms out and up, reach up, look up. Exhale, sit back into your chair. We'll do the variation with your big toes together to touch. Your heels are slightly open, so your feet are just a little bit turned in. Really hug your thighs together. Breathing deeply as you sit a little bit further into your chair. We're going to add kind of flowing twist here. So on your inhale, rise back up to standing, reach up, look up. Exhale, sit into your chair as you bring your palms through heart center. Twist to the right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, return to center. Reach your arms overhead, stand up, look up. Repeating on the other side. Exhale, sit into your chair. Move your hands through heart center as you twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Repeat that. One more time each side. Inhale, rise back up, reach up. Exhale, sit into your chair. Palms through heart center, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, return to center, standing back up, reach your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, moving your hands through heart center as you sit in your chair. Twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. And on your next inhale, rise back up to standing. Exhale, return your hands to heart center. Just pause here. Deep breath in. And breath out. One more breath in. And breath out. We'll do a standing pose today. So coming into airplane, just keep your arms, your hands where they are right now. Put all of your weight into your right leg. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. And begin to lean forward as you kick your left leg behind you towards the back of the room. So you're standing nice and tall on your right leg. Your left leg is extended behind you. You're in basically a tabletop with your upper body in line with your left leg. Pause here, one more breath in, and breath out, slowly rising back up. Draw your left knee in towards your chest, and release your left foot down. Switching sides, shift all of your weight into your left foot this time. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, slowly leaning forward as you kick your right leg behind you. So your left leg is nice and long, your right leg is stretched behind you, right foot is flexed. Imagine you're standing on the wall behind you. Breathe deeply. One more breath in and breath out, slowly rising back up. Draw your right hand towards your chest and release everything down. One breath in and breath out. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive forward. Coming into a forward fold variation. So you're going to separate your feet hip width distance apart. Use your peace fingers to grab your big toes. This is gorilla pose. On your inhale, you're going to lengthen out your spine, kind of like a halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeper. You can really use your hands, your fingers against your toes, the strength of your biceps to draw your belly down towards your thighs. If this is too much of a stretch for you, just release your arms. Come into a regular forward fold variation. Feel free to widen your legs if you need to. Wherever you are, just pausing there. Breathing deeply. Release your hands. Bring your feet back together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, coming back to your high plank. Pause here, one breath in. And breath out will flow through the modified chaturanga. Drop your knees down. Keep your elbows by your sides as you lower all the way down onto your belly. So we're going to do a Sphinx pose, actually. So rather than keeping your palms by your shoulders, you're actually going to bring kind of your elbows closer to your shoulders this time. Your forearms are extended out in front of you. Your feet or your legs are still hip width distance apart. Tops of your feet down onto the ground. You're going to press your forearms into the ground to lift your chest up as high as you're able to without crunching in your lower back. So really press your pelvis down into the ground. Nice long spine. Shoulders away from your ears. Try to open up that chest rather than concaving forward. Just pause here. Nice spine strengthener. Heart opener. One more. Deep breath in. And breath out. Release all the way back down onto the ground. Relax your arms down by your sides. Let your toes turn inward. And come down onto your left ear. Just relaxing down, kind of like a Shavasana on your belly. Just giving your lower back a little bit of a rest. Turn your head back to center. We're going to do that one more time. So you're extending your forearms out in front of you so your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Pressing your forearms down into the ground to lift your chest up and look up towards the ceiling. Tops of the feet press down into the ground. Your legs are active, nice and long, hip width distance apart. Breathing deeply. Remember to lengthen out your lower back. So this is about using kind of the strength muscles around your spine as opposed to crunching in your lower back. One more breath in and breath out. Slowly return back down, relaxing onto your belly, placing your right ear down to the mat or the ground this time, looking over your left shoulder. Toes come together to touch, ankles kind of flap open, your feet are turned inward, just relaxing down. Turn your head back to center. Place your palms by your shoulders. You're just going to press through your tabletop position. Come back to a high plank. Shift back to your downward facing dog. Pause here. Breathe deeply. Remember to send more of your weight back into your legs. Drive your heels down into the ground. Your thighs are active. And draw your belly button in towards your spine. One more deep breath in and breath out. Drop down onto your knees. Come into a seated position. So this is Baddha Konasana, basically butterfly pose or angle pose. It's called a lot of things. Soles of your feet together. Drop your knees open down towards the ground. You're going to grab your ankles with your hands. Sit up nice and tall. And then begin to slowly lean forward, keeping a nice long spine. Option to take your elbows with your hands still around your ankles. Just give a little pressure to your inner thighs with your elbows to drive your knees a little bit closer to the ground. And release everything forward, so this time you can round your back, aiming your nose towards your toes. Reach your hands out in front of you, your arms nice and long. And you're going to reach your arms over to the right. Aim is to drop your forehead down onto the ground, but if you're all the way up here, that's totally fine. Just be wherever you are, no judgment, just breathing. Return your hands back to center, switching sides, so walk your hands over to the left side this time. Releasing down wherever you are. Breathe deeply. Return your hands back to center. And bring your hands back to your ankles. Straightening that spine out again. And rise back up. Lengthen your legs out in front of you. We're coming into the forward fold variation that we've done before. So you're opening your legs out about 45 degrees or to the width of a yoga mat. You're going to turn your body to face your right leg. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Clasp your hands together and cup the sole of your right foot. Drop your forehead to your right knee. Really round your back. Slowly begin to straighten out your right leg as much as you're able to while keeping the round in your back and your forehead on your right knee. Again, even if you're all the way up here, that's perfectly fine. Stay where you are, honor your body, listen to how it feels. This is not the time to force. If you feel your body release a little bit further with your exhale, that's great. If you stay where you are, that's also fine. And slowly rise back up. Switching sides, so turn your body to face your left leg this time. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Clasp your hands together. Cup your palms around the sole of your left foot. Drop your forehead to your left knee. Round your back. And slowly begin to straighten out your left leg. Again, only go as far as you're able to without lifting your forehead off your knee or losing the round in your back. So you want to keep the integrity of the pose. Remember, it's a practice. Everybody starts somewhere. Pause where you are and breathe. Slowly rise back up. Just lengthen your legs out nice and long. We're going to do a hip stretch here. This is called fire log pose. You're going to bend your knees in. You're going to stack your shins one on top of the other. So bend your left knee. Your right leg is going to come over top your left leg. And you're going to stack your shins right over top one another. Your right ankle is going to be essentially right over your left knee, but you don't want this kind of sickle in your foot, so make sure your right foot is able to dangle over your left knee. And again, your shins are stacked right on top of each other. The goal is to get kind of here where your right knee is able to come all the way down to your left heel. However, some days, honestly, I'm about here. So wherever you are, that's perfectly fine. If you have knee problems, go ahead and straighten out your left leg. And you can just take this stretch with the sole of your right foot flat onto the ground. Just kind of gently hug your right knee in towards your chest. If your knees are okay, staying in that fire log pose. And just breathe deeply. Wherever you are, we're going to take 4 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Switching sides. So lengthen your legs out nice and long, just releasing your hips. And this time, your right leg is going to be on the bottom. So bend your right leg. And you're going to stack your left shin right over top of your right. Your Your left foot is kind of hanging off your right leg, across your knee. And again, you want your shins to be parallel towards the front edge of your mat. To be able to shift your hips back to get into that seating, that's fine. Goal is to get your left knee down to touch your right heel. See on this side, can't quite get there. And again, if you're all the way up here, that's perfectly fine. Again, option, if this is hard on your knees, straighten out your right leg and just have the sole of your left foot crossed over your right leg to the outside of your right thigh. Just gently hugging your knee in towards your chest. And again, wherever you are, 4 full deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lengthen your legs out in front of you. Just slowly releasing your hips here. And you're going to gently roll down all the way onto your back, coming into a bridge pose. So press the soles of your feet down into the ground and lift your hips up. And just as I've showed you before, option here is to clasp your hands together underneath you. Roll your shoulders a little bit further underneath you so you can lift your hips higher. Whichever variation, 4 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, deep breath in and breath out. Slowly release all the way back down onto the ground. And coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, so that's reclined bound angle pose. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Legs are kind of dropping open into that butterfly shape. And just bring the palm, your left palm to your heart center, your right palm to your belly. Drop your weight completely down into the ground. Just let gravity do its work on your inner thighs, releasing your knees down towards the ground. With zero force, Checking back in with your body, hopefully feeling a little bit less tense, a little more open, able to breathe deeper. One more breath in and breath out. Turn your knees back up, coming into a spine twist. So just lengthen your legs long in front of you. Just gently shake your thighs. You're going to draw your right knee in. You're going to clasp your hands together around your right shin. You're actually going to draw your knee in towards your right shoulder, coming to the outside of your rib cage. Pausing here, try to relax both shoulder blades down onto the ground. Your left leg is nice and long, extended on the ground. One deep breath in and breath out, shifting into that spine twist. So you're going to shift all of your weight over onto your left side. Cross your right leg over your body towards the ground. Relax both shoulder blades onto the ground. Lengthen your right arm out and look over your right shoulder. You can use your left palm on the outside of your right thigh to very gently press your right knee closer towards the ground. Key words there, very gently. Return to your back, right knee bending in, and then lengthen that right leg out long against the ground, just shaking your thighs open. Switching sides, bend your left knee in towards your upper body, clasp your fingers together, palms cup around your left shin, and you're going to hug your left knee in towards your left shoulder, so you're coming to the outside of your rib cage. Remember to drop both shoulder blades down into the ground. Right leg is long against the floor. Pausing here. Deep breath in. And breath out. Coming into that spine twist. So shifting over onto your right side this time. Cross your left leg over your body. Down onto the ground. Lengthen out your left arm and look over your left shoulder. Drop both shoulder blades down into the ground. And again, option to use your right palm to place a little bit of pressure very gently to the outside of your left thigh to move your left knee closer towards the ground. Remember, very gently. No force. Slowly rise back up, keeping your left knee in towards your chest, pausing here, and release both legs nice and long. Coming into a happy baby pose. This is one of my favorites, so hopefully from this angle it's okay to show. So you're going to bend your knees up. You're going to lift the soles of your feet towards the ceiling. And there's a couple hand variations here, but my favorite is to grab the insides of the soles of your feet. And then you're going to open your knees to the outsides of your shoulders, outsides of your rib cage. And just take the palms of your hands to gently press down on the soles of your feet. Lower your upper body back down to the ground. Gently pressing your knees down towards the ground. Feet are flexed. Feel free to gently rock side to side here. One more deep breath in. And breath out. Releasing your legs out long. Final pose here, coming into Shavasana. Remember, open your legs out to the width of a yoga mat or about 45 degrees. Let your feet flop open. Your arms about 45 degrees away from your body, palms facing up, eyes closed. Keep your focus on your breath. With every exhale, allow tension to release out of your body and allow the full weight of your body to drop down completely into the ground. If you notice your mind begin to wander, return back to that focus on your breathing. Just feel your inhale, feel your exhale. We're going to stay here for several more breaths. So your video has not paused. We're just spending a bit of time here to really soak up the benefits of your practice today. Coming back into your body, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms overhead, nice long stretch, deep inhale. And exhale, rolling over to your right side into an extended fetal position, knees slightly bent, drop down into the ground. Press yourselves up to a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. We'll just do our kind of closing prayer or send off. So inhale, sweep your arms out and up, reach up, look up. Exhale, palms together to touch, bring your hands to your heart center. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be well. May you be happy. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for week 3 of our beginner yoga series, and I'll see you next week.